Welcome to our deep dive on consciousness and the law of creation. Today, we're exploring the provocative idea that the world is nothing more than man's conditioned consciousness objectified. Dr. Simmons, can you elaborate on what it means to say consciousness is both the cause and substance of reality?
Absolutely. When we say consciousness is the cause, we're arguing that every object or event we perceive originates as a construct or impression within our awareness. It's akin to a projector casting images onto a screen. The content derives entirely from the film, which, in this case, is our consciousness. This view aligns with idealist philosophies and even aspects of quantum theory, where observation affects manifestation.
That's a compelling analogy, but skeptics might argue that physical reality exists independently of our minds. How would proponents of this law respond to such materialist perspectives?
Great point. Advocates would counter that, while the external world appears autonomous, it's actually a mirror reflecting our internal states. Empirical studies in psychology back this up. Consider the placebo effect, where belief alone can produce real physiological outcomes. The implication is that subjective experience wields formative power over objective reality.
So, as we transition, it seems understanding consciousness itself is crucial before we can discuss the mechanics of creation. Shall we break down how this law actually operates? Let's unpack the structure of consciousness. The text describes it as divided into conscious and subconscious aspects, likened to male and female principles. Can you clarify these roles and their interplay in the creative process?
Certainly. The conscious mind is personal and selective. It generates ideas, evaluates options, and exercises volition. Think of it as the architect drafting blueprints. Meanwhile, the subconscious is impersonal and non-selective. It absorbs whatever the conscious impresses upon it and brings those ideas to life, much like a builder constructing from the plans provided.
Interesting. The analogy implies a necessary partnership. What happens if the conscious mind impresses conflicting or negative ideas onto the subconscious?
In that scenario, the subconscious faithfully expresses whatever is impressed, whether beneficial or detrimental. This is supported by research on self-fulfilling prophecies. Individuals who internalize negative beliefs often experience corresponding outcomes, regardless of their intent. The subconscious doesn't judge, it simply executes.
As we move forward, understanding how these impressions are formed is critical. What mechanism transfers ideas from conscious to subconscious? The text emphasizes that feeling is the sole medium through which ideas are conveyed to the subconscious. Dr. Simmons, can you explain why raw emotion holds such sway over the creative process?
Emotion acts as the catalyst. Much like heat enables chemical reactions, neuroscientific studies show that emotionally charged experiences are more deeply encoded in memory. In practical terms, when you feel an idea intensely, joy, fear, desire, the subconscious registers it as a fact and sets about materializing it in your external world.
That has profound implications. For instance, if someone dwells on regret or failure, are they unwittingly programming their subconscious for more of the same?
Precisely. A 2015 study in psychosomatic medicine found that suppressed negative emotions correlate with increased rates of illness and life dissatisfaction. By repeatedly feeling undesirable states, individuals reinforce those patterns in both mind and body. Conversely, cultivating positive feelings can trigger upward spirals in health and fortune.
So, the practical takeaway is to discipline, not suppress our feelings, focusing only on those that align with our desires. How might someone apply this principle to achieve tangible results? Building on these insights, the text suggests mastery lies in reflective self-control, actively choosing and sustaining feelings that match our goals. Dr. Simmons, what strategies can people use to gain this mastery, especially when faced with persistent negative emotions?
Techniques like mindfulness, meditation, and cognitive reframing are highly effective. By observing thoughts without judgment, individuals can interrupt negative cycles and consciously select more empowering beliefs. Studies show that consistent practice rewires neural pathways, making positive emotional states more accessible over time.
And for those struggling to maintain this control, the text recommends leveraging sleep and prayer as gateways to the subconscious. Can you elaborate on how these methods work?
Certainly. During sleep, the critical faculties of the conscious mind relax, allowing suggestions to seep into the subconscious. Similarly, prayer, when performed with genuine feeling, creates a focused state that impresses desired outcomes onto the subconscious. Both methods capitalize on periods of heightened receptivity.
To sum up, the law of consciousness offers a radically empowering framework. By mastering our thoughts and feelings, we shape the world we experience. As we close, any final thoughts on integrating these insights into daily life?
Consistency is key. Start with small, intentional shifts in feeling, observe the changes, and gradually expand. Over time, these practices compound, yielding transformative results both internally and in the world you create.